Hand of the Archer continued. Chapter 2. The next morning, Will looked up from the cast iron skillet to greet the old man creaking down the back stairs to the kitchen. The old man, Will's father, moved carefully, taking great care not to step out of his slippers. Glenn Runner's team of neurologists had yet to agree on what form of dementia was causing his brain to atrophy and sputter. Alzheimer's, Lewy bodies, frontotemporal. The only way to get an accurate diagnosis was through autopsy, and since none of these diseases had any real course of treatment anyway, it seemed like putting a name on it was a less than valuable use of time. "Hey, Dad." "Oh, good morning, good morning." His father's greetings had taken on a tone of surprise over the last year or so. "You're up early. Did you sleep okay?" "Not too good. I think I woke up." Will wasn't sure if his old man was attempting a joke or not, but he smiled anyway. His father had been sleeping soundly since 8 o'clock the previous evening. "Hey, Dad, I'm going to go for a run. Nancy's coming in about an hour. You going to be okay alone till then?" "Is she the Jamaican?" "Yep, Nancy's Jamaican. You like her." "Well, good." The old man shuffled to the kitchen table and took a seat. He seemed to be having a good day. He was agreeable, at least. "Your morning pills are right there. Take those and I'll make you some eggs." The old man paused to retrieve words that lingered just out of reach of his tongue. He finally spilled out, "Is there any of that chili left over from last night?" "There is. You want me to heat you some up?" The old man stared at his son for a moment. "Can you put the egg on top?" Will gave an impressed smile and a nod. "I like the way you're thinking." "Why? What did I do?" His father's sense of humor had been one of the first things to go. "That sounds crazy delicious, that's all." As soon as he was diagnosed, his subsequent retirement from teaching at the university, Will's father's dementia accelerated. Some of his colleagues had admitted to noticing random odd things in his personality over the last couple of years, but an extra long time ordering at lunch or a stained shirt worn 2 days in a row were hardly grounds for inquiry. His students had no clue either. They just assumed their theoretical mathematics professor was a tough grading and smidge absent-minded. "Do I take all of these?" "Every last one." "All of them right now?" "Take all of those right now, and Nancy will give you some more at dinner." "Are you going to take yours?" Will took a phalanx of supplements himself. Watching his father's deterioration had pushed him to reinforce his own maintenance regimen. He took curcumin, omega-3, lion's mane. His morning coffee was an overly thought-out concoction of medium-chain triglycerides, butter, hydrolyzed collagen, and cacao, all topped off with a dash of cinnamon to keep the whole thing from tasting like a hot leather belt. He rearranged his collection of pills and supplements, passing over the half-full bottle of Lexapro, and quarantined them from his father's. Will had cycled on and off antidepressants for most of his adult life. He knew he could always go back on the drug if things began to go south. If he felt like he was losing control, found himself yelling at other drivers from the confines of his truck or at dumbass whitetails on the side of the road. If he noticed it in time and recognized the slide. He kept a bottle rattling around on the counter as a reminder to occasionally pause and take stock of his state of being, and as a parachute. The Hand of the Archer, now available on Kindle Unlimited. Happy reading.